The Metaverse and Cryptocurrency. Sometimes, it's easy to get lost in the daily grind of going to an 8-to-5 job or the never-ending tasks in school. People nowadays search for a form of escape from their current reality. Most of the time, it's social media, video gaming, or online shopping. But now, with the development of the metaverse and cryptocurrency, people can do all those things within the realm of virtual reality. If you like this video, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up and click that subscribe and notification bell. What is the metaverse? Most of us have been introduced to the idea of metaverse when Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg made the announcement of their company's rebranding to Meta. According to him, the rebranding was done as a means of recalibrating their goal towards the development of the metaverse. Granted, the metaverse did become a sensation following the announcement, but the idea itself actually came years before Facebook was even founded. The idea of the metaverse first came to light from the 1992 novel Snow Crash, written by Neal Stephenson. The novel describes the metaverse as being a digital space where virtual versions of everyday places are contained. But what's interesting is that the created world is not only bound by the virtual versions of our real world, but also opens a space where the laws of physics don't apply and where limits are only dictated by one's own imagination. Just like today's virtual world, Stevenson in his novel narrates how one can partake in the experience by wearing special goggles as well as having access to a shared network. Several of today's media actually took inspiration from that concept, such as movies like The Matrix or games like Sims. Fast forward to today, Zuckerberg's metaverse would be following the same concept as that of Stevenson's. The video released by his company showed some features of the metaverse that they're trying to develop to help people get a glimpse of the so-called next chapter of the internet. The goal is to create a virtual world where people can play, create, shop, connect, and interact. The world would grant people a space where they could explore with complete autonomy. Zuckerberg emphasizes that users would be able to integrate elements of the real world into the metaverse since it would have the feature to create virtual representations of physical objects and places and integrate that into their metaverse space. And to that, the ability to imagine and create things of your own. And people would be able to expand their world and their experiences as well. Advantage of using cryptocurrency. Now here's the bad news. Although we did say that people would be technically free to explore and create, that doesn't mean that all of the features of the metaverse would be made available to everyone. Unfortunately, just like in the real world, there are some things that we still need to pay for. Here's where cryptocurrency comes in. Many believe that with the development of the metaverse, there'd be a corresponding increase in the utilization of cryptocurrency. Why? Well, a digital world needs a digital form of currency to carry out transactions within the metaverse. For all intents and purposes, cryptocurrency is much like traditional money in the sense that it serves as a medium of exchange. In recent years, cryptocurrency has become more and more popular among investors who see the advantage it has over traditional currency. There's a significant chance that the utilization of cryptocurrency within the metaverse is because of these advantages. So what are the advantages of cryptocurrency over traditional currency? Decentralization. The first thing we need to understand is that conventional currencies have limitations when it comes to control. These currencies are mostly being regulated by banks and are therefore subject to restrictions imposed by state policies. If you've been investing in cryptocurrency, you may have heard of the term decentralization. Cryptocurrency opens up the possibility of decentralized finance. This is when consumers are allowed to transact without the need of a third party, which in this case is usually the bank. By utilizing code, we can now eliminate the need of middlemen, who more often than not hold our assets. Cryptocurrency works within the confines of a computer-manned ecosystem, which instantly executes the consumer's transactions. Anonymity. This leads us to the second point, which is that cryptocurrency provides a certain degree of anonymity. When it comes to online transactions, information from both parties must be acquired in order to identify the persons involved. This is, of course, for establishing security and prevention of crime. However, it also requires the presence of a third party to oversee the process, giving them control over the provision of the agreed-upon services. For cryptocurrencies, there's only the identification of the blockchain address, which brings in the element of anonymity and cancels out the need for an overseeing entity. This feature comes as a two-edged sword, since this also serves as the reason why cryptocurrencies are used as the medium of transactions in the black market, allowing the exchange to be untraceable and far from the control of any bank or central government. For this reason, cryptocurrency is often seen as a shady form of conducting transactions. Fast and easy transactions. The third point is the ability to send and receive payments from anyone, anywhere in the world. Remember that the Metaverse would be catering to users from all over the world. This would mean that transactions between people from different countries would more or less be inevitable. If the traditional banking method were to be used in doing the transactions, that may involve a longer period of time and at potentially higher fees. But by making use of crypto wallets, one person can send and receive money to and from anyone without fees and without the hassle of coordinating with banks or any kind of third parties. Less hassle. Lastly, we can also consider the fact that paying with cryptocurrency doesn't require visits from any kind of bank or store. As long as a person has internet connection, they can continue with their transactions all from the convenience of their homes. Again, this is without the hassle of sending any kind of information or dealing with an overseeing entity. Having said all these things, let's get down to actually imagining how a payment in the metaverse would take place. Suppose you wanted to purchase an artwork from a freelance artist in the metaverse. Once you've gone over the payment details, such as the crypto wallet address and the selling price of the artwork, the only thing left to do is to access your wallet, type in the amount, and copy-paste the address of the person you're going to send it to. In a matter of seconds, the amount would be transferred without any kind of fees and without the hassle of contacting a third party or going over other hassling details. Secure, safe, fast, and convenient. With the continual development of the metaverse, the worldwide use of cryptocurrency would definitely follow. As of the moment, Mark Zuckerberg hasn't released any details of the kind of cryptocurrency or NFT to be used within his company's metaverse. However, other metaverses that have already gone forward before Meta seems to have created their own cryptocurrencies. So to all investors out there, you may want to look into metaverse stock or maybe into cryptocurrencies.